Hello friends, I hope you are all doing well. If you are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. In this series, we are going to discuss about the subject cloud computing. The syllabus which is provided by the jntuh Anantapur. What is cloud computing and its characteristics? We are going to discuss these topics in this video. Please share with your friends, and this is the first unit in our syllabus copy. Let's understand each and every point clearly. If you have any doubts, please comment below. This is part 1, Introduction and Concepts. Introduction to Cloud Computing. This chapter covers definition, characteristics, deployment models, service models. Okay friends, let's understand what is cloud computing. In simple words, we can say that cloud computing is a service. Here we can see that in first point, cloud computing is a transformative computing paradigm that involves delivering applications and services over the internet. They are selling the services over the internet by the help of cloud. Here in second point, you can see that cloud computing involves provisioning of computing, networking and storage resources on demand and providing these resources as metered services to the users in a pay as you go model. Means how much you pay, that much you can use. That is the basic concept of cloud computing. Let's understand definition of cloud computing, which is provided by US National Institute of Standards and Technology. Cloud computing is a model for enabling ubiquitous, convenient, on-demand network access to a shaped pool of configurable computing resources that can be rapidly provisioned and released with minimal management effort or service provider interaction. In simple words, we can say that, as we have discussed before, pay as you go. How much we have paid to the cloud, that much the cloud will be service given to us. In this way, we have came to the end of first topic in first chapter. The characteristics of the cloud computing is the second chapter in this chapter. In characteristics of cloud computing, there are mainly 10 points. Let's discuss each of them in detail. First point, on-demand self-service. Cloud computing resources can be provisioned on demand by the users. Means when user asks for the service, then only the cloud can provide for what service the user has asked. Second point, broad network access. Cloud computing resources can be accessed over the network using standard accessing mechanisms that provide platform independent access through the use of heterogeneous client platforms such as workstations, laptops and smartphones. We can access from anywhere by using cloud. Next point, resource pooling. The computing and storage resources provided by the cloud service providers are pooled to service multiple users using multiple tenancy. Means we can understand that for a particular cloud they kept one user password and user mail id. We can access that cloud with their mail id and password easily. Fourth point, rapid elasticity. Cloud computing resources can be provisioned rapidly and elastically. In this, we can see that there are two types: horizontal scaling, scaling out, and vertical scaling. Horizontal scaling or scaling out involves launching and provisioning additional resources, means adding new resources in this cloud. Vertical scaling, scaling up. Vertical scaling or scaling up involves changing the computing capacity assigned to the server resources while keeping the number of server resources constant. I hope you have understood clearly. Next point, measured services. Cloud computing resources are provided to users on pay per use model. We have just discussed in starting of the cloud computing. Next point, performance. Cloud computing providers improved performance for applications since the resources available to the applications can be scaled up. Means here we can understand that cloud computing can perform everywhere very excellently when you have internet access flexible. Next point, reduced cost. Cloud computing providers cost benefits for applications as only as much computing and storage resources as required can be provisioned dynamically. As we can save money in this cloud services because we are going to pay only less amount. So many people are using, that's why it becomes less cost for each user. Next point, outsourced management. Cloud computing allows the users to outsource the IT infrastructure requirements to external cloud providers. The outsourced nature of the cloud services providers a reduction in the IT infrastructure management cost. Means when the outsourced data came into the cloud, it can reduce the cost as much as possible. Next point, reliability. Applications deployed in cloud computing environments generally have higher reliability. It means every user can use it flexibly. In this, service level arrangements will provide 99.9% uptime guarantee for cloud resources, which may often be expensive to achieve within house IT infrastructure. Next point, multi-tenancy means we have discussed in these 10 points in the starting. By single cloud, multiple users can access the same cloud. We can see the modern examples such as business, e-commerce, banking and finance. In these modern applications, we can understand easily. In this organization, so many people are working. In this, there are mainly two forms: virtual multi-tenancy and organic multi-tenancy. In virtual multi-tenancy, computing and storage resources are shared among multiple users. In organic multi-tenancy, every component in the system architecture is shared among multiple tenants, including hardware, OS, database servers, applications, and load balancers, etc. Organic multi-tenancy exists when explicit multi-tenant design patterns are coded into the application. In this way, we have discussed about the introduction of cloud computing and characteristics of the cloud computing. In this way, we are going to discuss each and every topic. Subscribe to the channel and turn on bell icon to getting notified. Thank you.